Hello and good evening. You're watching Express News with me, Nancy Kohli. Let's take a look at the top stories of the day. Prime Minister Modi, along with the several union ministers, interacted with the leading economists and entrepreneurs from different fields at Niti Aayog. The meeting focuses on the economic growth. Prime Minister Modi called for a focused effort to achieve the target of $5 trillion economy in India. He said that pre-budget exercise would enhance the synergy between the policy makers and various stakeholders. India's 28th Army Chief General Manoj Mukund Narawane made his maiden visit to Siachen, the base camp of the world's highest battlefield today. The Army Chief General paid homage to the martyrs and interacted with the local army officials. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman held pre-budget consultation meetings with the party's national office bearers, spokespersons, Morcha members and think tanks at the BJP headquarters. The meeting shared the feedback from the BJP leaders on important economic issues across the country. After attending the Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman's pre-budget consultation meeting at the BJP headquarters in New Delhi, the National General Secretary of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Arun Singh, said that the government is striving towards the welfare of the people. Union Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi said to the media in New Delhi today that politicians who have always kept personal interest over Kashmir's interest have been sidelined. Jammu and Kashmir is now corruption-free and moving towards development. Speaking on the recent violence in various educational institutions, Union Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi said that students can protest for social cause and not for fabricated ones. He also expressed concern about students being misguided by disinformation. Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad inaugurated the submarine optical fiber cable between mainland India and Andaman and Nicobar Islands in Chennai. The minister expressed hope that this will play a significant role in achieving the objective Digital India and BharatNet. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu expressed concern over rising money power in democracy. He also called for effective parliamentary laws and simultaneous polls to check the menace. Speaking at the 25th Conference of Speakers and Presiding Officers of the Commonwealth at Ottawa in Canada, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla said it is important to make social media agencies accountable and responsible. He also called for global ban on child pornography. JNU Vice Chancellor M. Jagdish Kumar has set a 5-member committee to inquire into the 5th January violence incident inside the campus. More than 30 students were injured and taken to hospital after masked mob entered JNU and attacked them. Bike rally to kickstart Delhi poll campaign. The BJP MP Meenakshi Lekhi flagged off the event that was led by party state president Manoj Tiwari and leader Vijay Goyal. Hundreds of BJP workers followed the leaders from the party's headquarters at Delhi's Pandit Pant Marg. Aam Aadmi Party Chief and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal held a press conference today. Kejriwal said that the CAG has lauded the honesty of the Delhi government in its report. Nirbhaya gang rape and murder case convict Vinay Sharma, who was sentenced to death by Apex Court on 22nd of January, has filed a curative petition in the Supreme Court, exercising his last legal option against the Nirbhaya verdict today. Fire broke out at an establishment in Patparganj industrial area of East Delhi in the wee hours today. One person has reportedly died in the fire. As many as 32 fire tenders rushed to the spot to douse the fire. Fire broke out at the ESIC hospital. The blaze broke out in the basement of the 7-story hospital building located in Noida. Fire tenders were rushed to the spot. The cause of the fire was yet to be known. Followed by a high alert in Uttar Pradesh regarding entry of ISIS terrorists into the state via India-Nepal border last week, the special cell of the Delhi police busted an IS terror module today. 3 terror suspects were arrested. Fresh spell of snowfall in Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand triggers cold wave in northern India. Several cities experienced rainfall. The tourists were stranded, water pipes frozen, and electricity supply have also been affected in the Himalayan states. 8 people died and many have been injured in a road accident near Ratangad in Churu district in Rajasthan. Those injured have been admitted to hospital. The local police reached the spot to help the victims. It's a big success for Mumbai Police Crime Branch. Fugitive gangster Ijaz Lakrawala arrested in Patna. In Mumbai, 25 cases are registered on Lakrawala. A red corner notice has also been issued against him. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy has ruled out the Jaganna Amma Vodi scheme in Chittoor today to provide 15,000 rupees for school-going children. The scheme will foster students to complete their school education. Union Home Minister Amit Shah is holding a high-level security meeting with the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval in Delhi today. Other top officials of the Ministry of Home Affairs also attended the meeting. The government took 15 heads of missions based in New Delhi to the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. The envoys held discussion with political leaders from Jammu and Kashmir and the Indian Army officials. And speaking with the media in Delhi, the External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Ravish Kumar said that the visit of the foreign diplomats to J&K is being facilitated by the centre, adding that the objective of the visit is to see the first-hand efforts that have been done by the government to normalize situation in J&K. On his two-day official visit to India, Sri Lankan Foreign Minister Dinesh Gunawardena called on his Indian counterpart, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today. In a delegation-level meeting, both the leaders will likely discuss issues of fishermen and stability of the Indian Ocean region. State-owned MTNL said it has received shareholders' approval for raising up to 6,500 crore rupee through issuance of non-convertible debentures as well as for monetization of the land and buildings. Japan left open the possibility that it could press Lebanon to extradite former Nissan boss Carlos Ghosn after he dramatically skipped bail to become an international fugitive. Meanwhile, Ghosn claimed that he was a victim of a conspiracy to oust him from the helm of automaker Nissan and escape from Japan because he could not defend himself against baseless charges of financial misconduct. Ride-hailing platform Uber said it will now roll out new safety features including a PIN verification for starting trips and ride check for long unexpected stop for users in India. Interestingly, Uber's rival Ola already offers some of these features on its platform. Crude oil prices have risen by 9 rupees to 4,269 rupees per barrel. Sensex jumped to 634 points to close at 41,452.35. The Nifty also rose by 190 points to close at 12,215. Gold prices slipped down by 0.04% and closed at 40,095 rupees per 10 grams. While the silver future slipped 2.21% and closed at 47,291 rupees per kilogram. The rupee remained firm for the third straight session on Thursday as it surged by 50 paise to 71.19 against the US dollar. The Democratic-led U.S. House of Representatives will vote on a resolution intended to limit President Donald Trump's military actions regarding Iran after he ordered the killing of a top general, Qasem Soleimani. The announcement was made by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said the Democrats will move forward as their concerns were not addressed in a closed-door briefing on Wednesday involving Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. South Korean Foreign Minister will hold negotiations with the U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo to discuss situation on the Korean Peninsula and in the Middle East after Washington conducted the airstrike killing the top military commander of Iran. In the wake of an Iranian ballistic missile attack on air bases which houses U.S. troops in Iraq, the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres said he would continue his active engagement to de-escalate tensions and avert a full-scale war which the world cannot afford. In a statement released by United Nations Secretary General spokesperson, Guterres reiterated the passionate appeal for peace after tensions rose dramatically across the whole Gulf region. At least 19 people have been killed in a bus accident in Iran's northern Mazandaran province. The accident took place after the passenger bus rolled over and fell into a ravine. The injured have been admitted to hospital. The British Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab met his American counterpart Mike Pompeo in Washington to discuss the ongoing crisis between the US and Iran. Raab had earlier called for de-escalation following an American airstrike that killed Qasem Soleimani. Nepal deported 122 Chinese nationals who were previously arrested for cybercrime. The Nepalese officials said that they had violated the visa rules as they had illegally overstayed their tourist visas to Nepal. Russian President Vladimir Putin and Turkey's President Erdogan formally launched the Turk Stream pipeline that will carry Russian natural gas to southern Europe through Turkey. The gas pipeline project is part of Moscow's efforts to reduce the shipments via Ukraine. Chinese Commerce Ministry said the Chinese Vice Premier will travel to Washington to sign the Phase 1 trade deal with the US. The announcement came a week after the US President Donald Trump said the agreement would be signed on 15th of January. China's foreign ministry said a US congressional report that called for sanctions against Beijing over human rights abuses was neither objective nor credible. The annual human rights report released on Wednesday detailed what is said was China's crackdown on religious minorities. Ukraine's President Zelensky said the government was considering several possible causes of a plane crash in Iran which killed 176 citizens of 7 countries. Friends and family mourn the deaths of dozens of Iranians, Canadians and Ukrainians after a Ukrainian airliner crashed shortly after takeoff from Tehran, killing all 176 people on board. Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro will skip the World Economic Forum meeting which will be held in Davos this month. The president's spokesperson cited the logistical and political concerns behind the move. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison said that Australia's troops and personnel will stay in Iraq to continue their mission as tensions eased following an Iranian attack on the US forces in Iraq. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison confirmed that at least 27 people have died and over 2,000 houses destroyed in the bushfires that have burned across the country for months now. Meanwhile, the Australian cricket captain Tim Paine and spinner Nathan Lyon visited areas devastated by the bushfires in New South Wales and met with firefighters to lift their spirits. Venezuelan Socialist Party heavyweight Cabello hit out at reported infighting in the opposition after Juan Guaido was re-elected to the presidency of the National Assembly amidst heated scenes. Turkey and Russia have urged Libya's warring parties to declare a ceasefire on 12th January as eastern forces carried out airstrikes on the government in a conflict drawing increasing foreign investment and concern. The foreign ministers of France, Egypt, Greece and Cyprus stressed their opposition towards Turkey's decision to send military advisors to Libya. Foreign ministers from across Latin America and the Caribbean gathered in Mexico City for the Community of Latin American and Caribbean States meeting. The meeting comes amidst polarizing issues across Latin America and the Caribbean. Dozens of potential jurors were excused from serving in the rape trial of Harvey Weinstein. In all, 50 of 120 potential jurors called on the second day of the jury selection were dismissed by noon, most after saying they could not be impartial in the case. Earthquake hit Guanaca began the recovery work on Wednesday as two-thirds of Puerto Rico remained without power and nearly a quarter lacked drinking water following a storm of earthquakes that battered the Caribbean island, killing 1 person. Bangladesh and Myanmar have agreed to take action against terror, human trafficking and illegal drugs taking place on the borders between the two countries. Both the countries have agreed to share real-time information on terror activities, human trafficking and the illegal border crossing. Bolivian authorities said they have seized $100,000 that was allegedly destined to finance a political rally by former Bolivian President Evo Morales, who is currently living in Argentina after resigning from the post. In a novel attempt, Gayatri women Yakshagana Sangh from Tirthali, Shivmoga have taken up the life and work of Prime Minister Modi as the theme of their Yakshagana Prasang. The all-women team presented the Yakshagana titan Narendra Vijay in Mangalore recently. President Ramnath Kovind recently compromised his security protocol to help a couple take their wedding vows as per the planned schedule. The US resident Ashley Hall's request on Twitter, who was told to change the venue of a wedding at the 11th hour due to President Kovind's visit, was accepted by the president. The president also wished the couple the best on Twitter later. In a move that came as surprising as itself, the royal couple Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle decided to step down from their royal position. In his statement given on Instagram, Prince Harry said that he and Meghan Markle are stepping back from their roles as senior members of British royals family and work to become financially independent. Knitting needles are clicking furiously around the world to create hundreds of protective pouches and blankets for native wildlife made homeless by Australian wildfires. The Animal Rescue Craft Guild has said it has been deluged with the offers of help after putting out a call for snuggly homes for marsupials. The beds to be used by the athletes at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic and Paralympic Games later this year, made partially from recyclable cardboard, were put on display to the media. The bed frames are made from recyclable cardboard and the mattresses are made from polyethylene. As the sun sets, the starlings begin their dazzling display, twisting and turning at high speed, creating dramatic, sweeping patterns in the southern Israel sky. By grouping together, the starlings not only find safety in numbers, but their changing movements and shifting collective shape confuse their would-be attackers. Mercedes-Benz unveiled a concept car based on the movie franchise Avatar, featuring skill life labs and technology to recognize drivers by their heartbeat, the car maker said. The vehicle is called Vision AVTR, which also stands for Advanced Vehicle Transformation. South Korean automaker Hyundai unveiled its electric flying car concept at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, announcing it will partner with the ride-hailing company Uber to jointly develop the electric air taxis. Hyundai's aircraft is designed to fly on trips of up to 100 kilometers and has a cruising speed of up to 290 kilometers per hour. Japanese car maker Honda unveiled its vision for the future of autonomous driving at the CES Las Vegas, introducing its augmented driving concept. As more and more vehicles become capable of driving themselves, Honda believes people might miss the experience of driving a car. VVS Lakshman leaves out MS Dhoni, Shikhar Dhawan in his India squad for the World T20. Lakshman picked 15 names that includes Rohit Sharma, who has been rested from the current series, and the injured Hardik Pandya. Virat Kohli becomes the fastest to reach 1,000 runs in T20 cricket as the captain. He broke yet another batting record in the first match of New Year. Aaron Finch confident in Australia's game plan for the ODI series against India. He said the 3-2 series win in India in 2019 gave the team confidence in their game plan in the subcontinent conditions. James Anderson ruled out of the final two tests of the four-match series against South Africa due to rib injury. He sustained a left rib injury in England's 189-run win in the second test at Newlands. David Warner excited over the three-match ODI series against India. He took to Instagram to share a picture of himself and captioned the post as "India, here we come. It's going to be a great three-game series. Looking forward to seeing all our Indian fans." Unquote. Tamil Nadu have named R. Ashwin and Dinesh Karthik in their Ranji squad for the next two matches. Team led by Vijay Shankar will take on Mumbai at the M. H. Chidambaram Stadium from 11th January, while it meets Railways from the 19th of January. Real Madrid beat Valencia 3-1 to reach the Spanish Super Cup finals. Toni Kroos scored directly from the corner as the side booked their place in the finals. Paris Saint-Germain beat 10-man Saint-Etienne 6-1 with Mauro Icardi's hat-trick at home to ease into the semi-finals of the French League Cup. FC Goa beat Northeast United FC 2-0 to reclaim the ISL top spot. Emislav Komorowski own goal finally gave FC Goa the lead before Jose Lidio conceded a penalty to allow the Ferran Coromina score his 49th goal in the ISL. Italian club Lazio have been fined £20,000 for fans' racial abuse of Mario Balotelli. Lazio 1-1 after Balotelli, who has been subjected to discrimination throughout his career, had opened the scoring for host Beresicchia. Rafael Nadal beat Yoshihito Nishioka of Japan 7-6, 6-4 to seal Spain's spot in the final 8 of the inaugural ATP Cup in Perth. Federer, Nadal and Serena to raise funds for bushfire relief. The event is part of the ACES for Bushfire Relief program, in which Tennis Australia is donating $100 for every ace served at the ATP Cup in Brisbane, Perth and Sydney. Australia beat Britain in the Knife Edge ATP Cup quarter-final. The Australian duo defeated double specialists Jamie Murray and Joe Salisbury 3-6, 6-3, 18-16 to set up a semi-final against either Rafael Nadal-led Spain or David Goffin's Belgium. The Dallas Cowboys introduced Mike McCarthy on Wednesday as the 9th head coach in the team history. McCarthy will take over as Jason Garrett, whose contract was not renewed, and his deal is reportedly for 5 years. Saina Nehwal and reigning world champion PV Sindhu produced dominating performances to progress to the women's singles quarterfinals of the Malaysia Masters tournament. Sindhu defeated Japan's Aya Ohori, while Saina defeated South Korea's An Se-young in the pre-quarters. Pro Badminton League to kick off its 5th season from 20th January. The 2020 edition will have 24 ties to be played in 21 days in 4 different cities. Weightlifter Sarabjit Kaur has been slapped with a 4-year ban for doping by the National Anti-Doping Agency. Sarabjit was collected during 34th Women's Senior National Weightlifting Championship held at Visakhapatnam. She won the 71kg event at the Women's National Weightlifting Championship in February last year. Ahead of the Khelo India Games, an orientation program of the volunteers was organized in Guwahati. More than 1,200 volunteers will help and assist athletes during the Khelo India Youth Games. And talking about the Khelo India Games, Chief Minister of Assam Sarbanand Sonowal said that whole Assam is delighted to host the 3rd edition of the Games. The 3rd edition of the 2020 Khelo India Youth Games is all set to be held from 10th of January in Guwahati. In a bid to make Khelo India a world-class sporting experience for the budding athletes, the Sports Authority of India has come together with SpiceJet to help more than 1,000 kids experience the joy of flying. On the occasion, the Union Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju was present at the Indira Gandhi International Airport. ABC Television announced 92nd edition of the most awaited Oscar Awards ceremony 2020 will again have no host. The ceremony will be held in February. The nominations for the award will be announced next week. Singer Justin Bieber has revealed on Instagram that he was recently diagnosed with Lyme disease and a serious case of chronic mono which has affected his skin, brain function and overall health. Acid attack survivor Lakshmi Agrawal's lawyer moved to Delhi court seeking an injunction on the release of the movie Chapak. Agrawal had filed an application alleging that she has not been given credit despite helping the filmmaker. The movie stars actress Deepika Padukone. Chhattisgarh government meanwhile has declared Chapak tax-free. The movie stars actress Deepika Padukone and Vikrant Massey. The makers of the period drama Panipat have announced the movie to be tax-free in Maharashtra. Panipat is directed by Ashutosh Gowarikar and will feature Arjun Kapoor, Sanjay Dutt and Kriti Sanon. Singer Blake Shelton has announced that he will be performing at the 2020 Grammy Awards with partner Gwen Stefani. At the awards, Shelton is nominated for Best Country Solo Performance for the track God's Country. Knives Out earned the Best Ensemble Award from National Board of Review Awards in New York. It features Daniel Craig, Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Shannon. The trailer of much-awaited Jawani Janeman is out. The movie romantic comedy features actor Saif Ali Khan and the newcomer Alaya. Fans of Rajinikanth celebrated the release of his 167th movie Darbar in Madurai. Darbar is an action drama movie directed by A.R. Murugadas. The film also features actress Nayanthara. Actor Akshay Kumar and Kiara Advani are all set to star in the upcoming movie Lakshmi Bomb. The film is scheduled to release on Eid this year. The duo had earlier worked for the movie Good News. Bollywood actor Farhan Akhtar turned 46 today. Actor Zoya Akhtar posted his childhood picture to wish him on his birthday. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of the news. Thanks for being with us.